What is going on, guys? Chump Change XD here. Hope you're all staying healthy, having a great day. As you can see, these are my brand new EG4 LL batteries, all in the box, ready to be opened up, inspected, and installed in the crypto mining solar trailer. You guys know I completely mine off-grid for the most part inside this trailer. I used to actually use grid power, but I don't know more. It's all on solar now, which is fantastic. So we got to get these things all opened up, inspected, and then we got to start loading them in there. But I do have, as of right now, running my 10KS0 Pros. Actually, there's one original, one Ultra in the mix. I have the 11th one actually off down there because it's being a complete pain in my ass, and I'm actually waiting for one of them veteran miner cables. So shout out to the veteran miner. I do have a code for that if you guys need it at CCXD. I am running my AL Box 2 as well, and everything else is actually off right now. Even though I was pulling about 4,000 watts, it's just stupid cloudy, and I'm trying to charge up my batteries fully so I'm good overnight and stuff, right? I don't want to get too demanding on power. I'm actually pulling about 1,300 watts. Yep, as you can see, 1305, just about 1300 watts. So that is 240 volts. If you guys didn't know, this 6000 XP is fantastic. I absolutely love it. This thing's killing it. I'm actually getting right now from the panels, so 1,000 watts as of right now from the panels, and or one string, and the other string is just under 1,000 actually. It's getting a bit more cloudy than it was a few seconds ago. The sun broke through for like half a second, and I was getting 4,000 watts. Anyways, again, I don't want to pull too much because I'm trying to charge the batteries up, but this is my EG4 LL Server Rack case right here, and I got 3 batteries in there and a bunch of tools. So I got to get the tools out of there. I got to get the other 3 batteries loaded in here, and if you guys are interested in these batteries, I do have a coupon code ChumpChangeXD over at Signature Solar. It'll get you about 50 bucks off, and I'll leave a link down in the pinned comment below as well as the description of this video. Anyways, let's get these things on. Let's see what we're actually looking like right now. You just hit any of these buttons, doesn't matter. Get the LCD to wake up, see what we're looking like for charge status. We're actually at 81% there, 82% there, and 77% there. And the thing that kind of weirds me out, I don't know why that one always charges way slower. I know the power comes in here, right, the positive, and the negative, I actually have it in a cross formation, so it goes back on the bottom, right? So they charge evenly across the bank, theoretically. I don't know why the top one always charges faster, though. So I really don't think this cross configuration matters at all when you have large bus bars like this. I don't know though. I guess I'll see what really happens here when I get the other 3 in. So let's get these things opened up and let's see what they're looking like. Make sure none of them are damaged. They all turn on, and then we'll get them all installed. So I opened this guy in one of my last videos just to make sure that these batteries were the EG4 LLs, because like I mentioned, I did order the wrong batteries at one point, which kind of sucked. I had to send them back, but you know what? I'd rather have 6 of the same and not have to deal with firmware upgrades and stuff. So these are the EG4 LLs. Let me cut all of these open. I'm actually just going to rip them all out of the box, then we'll inspect them all together, turn them on, test them just before we throw them in the rack. And everything looks fantastic. The quality from Signature Solar on these EG4 LL batteries is crazy. And if you guys didn't know, inside these units, the reason I'm willing to spend more money on batteries like this versus getting like normal 12-volt batteries like those ones, right, and just stacking them, these things have fire suppression built into them, which is freaking amazing. So anyways, we're going to keep the breaker off to not power the lugs on the left and the right, the positive or the negative. They have protective covers over them anyways, so it doesn't really matter, but I want to just turn the switch on and make sure these things boot up. Do one at a time here. All right, that one booted up. The percentage is at 54. That's crazy. They actually all come about 50%, which is awesome. So that's good. I'm going to shut this guy off. Move on to the next one. Check this one. And obviously I got to peel off the protective screen here, but I'll do that after I install them. 54%. Literally, they were all 54%. That's crazy. And then the last one, I think actually one of the batteries over there was at 53%, but it's crazy that they get them all exactly halfway. This one's 54%, same thing. All right, cool, they all work. Now, hard part is getting them in there by myself. Actually, before I do that, I have to kill my KS0s, this server power supply right here. So I gotta get into my phone and shut off these manageable outlets, and I gotta kill the AL Box 2 briefly. So let me shut that off, and we gotta kill everything inside this setup because you don't want to work on any of this stuff live. It's super dangerous. All right, all this stuff's off. The AL Box 2 down there is off as well. Now we're just gonna start killing everything. So first things first, I'm gonna kill the actual unit itself. I really probably don't need to kill this, but I'm going to. That's the PV input into the unit. I'm going to shut the load off. I'm going to shut the battery breaker off. Again, I'm just doing this all for safety measures. Kill the side of the switch, the side of the inverter there. That's the actual power switch to put it out to the panel. And then we're going to power all these down. Kill the breakers. Just for double safety measures, and now we should be clean and clear and good to throw everything in. So you guys will see all the other 3 batteries put in right here in 3, 2, 1, and there we have it. That was awful. These things are heavy as shit. This one was the hardest one to get in. After I had the top 2 in, there was like no room to get underneath this thing because it's, as you can see, pretty close to the ground. Pretty awful, not gonna lie. 4 hands rather, would be better than just 2 trying to get the last battery in. You guys should probably get some help anyways getting these in. They are over 100 pounds a piece. All right, so now I gotta secure these 3 with the screws that they actually came with. I threw all my extra screws in this little box that I actually had kicking around, so I gotta get the right screws out of there and then we'll start wiring it up. Okay, all mounted. Positives and negatives, and last but not least, the wire to the communications for the entire battery bank. Now this thing's all done. If you guys don't know how to wire this thing up, please go check out my full DIY video. The only thing I would change differently on that video is put this orange port to the CAN section if you guys are using a 6000 XP. That is what is suggested, and it says otherwise in the book, but per manufacturer you should do that. Now what we need to do here is get all of these ports, or these dip switches right here, all the way to the right. This is a maintenance mode for this guy. We're going to turn this thing on. We're not going to turn on the breaker. That's going to stay off. I'm actually going to peel this while we do this. All right, now that that's peeled off, we're going to hold this in for 5 seconds. Once you hold that for 5 seconds, go down to the CAN protocol setting and hit enter. And we're going to go down to P07 where it says Lux. And that's what we're going to set this battery to. We're going to enter. Then we're going to back out. We're going to shut this off, turn it back on, hold that button down again, and confirm that the settings held. Okay, back in here, let's see. And the settings held, so that's good. Now what I can do is get out of this, shut this down again. I can change the dip switches here to battery 4. Like you can see, there's a whole code out in the book, actually. Where did I put it? The book is, oh, I left it out here, actually. So you can see there's a full code out on the IDs for the batteries. So I have set 1, 2, and 3. I need to do 4, 5, and 6. All right, we should be good to go. Let's, I guess, get all these on now. Every single one of them. Make sure they all come on. The sun glare sucks. I apologize. So these batteries are at 90, and again, these ones come in at 54. So 86 for this one, 91 for this one, 90 for that one. Yeah, whatever. We should be good. So let's turn this all on. Okay, those 6 batteries are now on. Gotta come back over here. I'm gonna turn on this guy. Okay, I'm gonna turn on the unit itself. We're gonna get the panels on. Okay, good to go. Again, panels are on, batteries are on. Load out is now on. Gonna flip that switch. We should see life over there in a second. Let's see. Hell yeah. All right, cool. Hell yeah. Think we're good. Nothing blew up. All the lights are green. Good to go on all of them. All right, what I'm gonna do is get my, what's it called? AL box 2 back on. I'm gonna leave the KS zeros off because the sun is over there and it's going down, so I'm not gonna be getting too much sunlight, but I wanna charge all these batteries fully and I wanna see how much power I deplete throughout the night on just that AL box 2. Those 3 batteries actually ran it no problem, and I actually ran these things down to about 20% the other day because I left some stuff on and I shut them off at like 70% or so the night before when I left that thing up and running. So yeah, that was the first time I forgot to shut things off, but now I should be able to run things completely through the night, like those KS zeros and the AL box most likely. But we will test that in another video, guys. Listen, appreciate you all for watching. Hopefully you guys have a good day. Again, if you're interested in these things, go check out Signature Solar. Link is down below. Appreciate you all, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.